Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I have worked thousands of cases. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I am a national expert in IRS resolution. I should be. After 51 years, I built a team of former IRS agents, and all we do is help resolve IRS problems. We have about 250 years of IRS experience in tax defense. I'll put our firm to anybody. I think we're one of the best firms because I handpicked everybody myself. Anyway, who am I? I was a revenue officer. I have been on Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, News Nation, Newsmax, and a bunch of other stations and stuff. So what I want to talk to you today about, what happens if you can't pay your tax debt. About 40% of the cases I worked at IRS, people could not pay their tax debt. IRS doesn't tell you about the program that's out there, but I'll tell you about it. There's 3 ways to go ahead if you owe tax debt that IRS is going to work your case. First of all, they ask for a financial statement. It's 433F if it's at the service center, 433A financial statement. You can download them if it's with a revenue officer. When you fill out that form, IRS will make a determination to either put you in hardship or currently non-collectible, a payment plan, or you may be eligible for an offer and compromise if you know somebody who knows what they're doing before you file it. They're expensive, but if you think you have a good chance, for instance, I evaluate the cases before I send them in. But let's say you cannot pay your tax debt right now. IRS is going to make sure, first of all, you have all your returns filed. That's the first thing that they go ahead and do. After that, when they look at that financial statement, the key is this. IRS is going to look at your assets, but more important, they're going to look at your income and expenses. Really important you understand that, because the expenses you put down on that form are not going to be the expenses IRS is going to allow. IRS has what they call a National Standard Program. The Department of Labor put together what people should spend in the county and the state where they live. You want to know what those are before you call them? Look up IRS National Standards for food and clothing. IRS National Standards for housing and utilities, car payments, and car expenses. They will dictate to you what you can put in there. Let's say you have $5,000 worth of expenses. The Department of Labor and IRS says you can only put $4,000 in there. You're going to have a $1,000 payment, so be careful. But here's how the hardship program works. If you call IRS and you don't have a lot and they put you in hardship, what IRS is going to do, they take the case. It's also called currently non-collectible. The 2 words are kind of interchangeable. So what they do, they take the case, they suspend it, and they put a freeze code on it for a year, 2 years, 3 years. You never know when your case is going to come out. Sometimes they take your case and send it to a private collection agency. You don't know what's going to happen to the case. They don't have a lot of people. They only work cases with low-hanging fruit. You may not have a high number that IRS wants to look at, so they keep it there. When they get more people, more agents, and they scan the algorithm, they may kick your case out again. How do they determine that? By your tax return. If your tax return shows more income, boom, your case comes out. If you don't file, boom, your case may come out. Anyway, penalties and interest run. If you don't want your refund taken, adjust your W-4. IRS won't take your refund then because there is no refund to take. Anyway, the currently non-collectible program is available to everyone. Just make sure you understand the IRS standards. If you need me for representation, call me. We just take kind of larger cases. But thank you. Give me a subscription if you would. I really appreciate it. YouTube wants everyone to have subscriptions, so I have to ask. Thank you.